The first upgraded tool on this list has to be the glass grinder. This thing will change your life. So this would be at the top of my list for tools to upgrade. It made the most impact on me as a beginner, was the easiest thing to see the most dramatic change in my work, and also the savings in time and cost. Time was for the time saved in having to redo these cuts that were just way off, or having to get on the carborundum stone and just file forever. And cost is for the glass redos if the cut was messed up and couldn't be filed with the carborundum stone. Either way, investing in a glass grinder was easily the best choice for me, as I was able to make more projects and I wasn't afraid of doing difficult cuts, to experiment more with my cuts. If it wasn't perfect, it didn't matter. I can always fix it with the glass grinder. So get a used one, get a new one, but just know that this will change your stained glass game forever. If you didn't know, I've partnered up with Inland Craft to get us discounts on their grinders and accessories. I'll leave those codes down below in the description. Thank you very much to Inland for the discounts. To the grinder upgrade, I would upgrade the iron. This to me is a very important one, since soldering is one of the hardest things to do, the hardest process, and visually is one that you can actually see if your work is good or not. Now, a good iron will keep its temperature throughout the soldering process. You won't have to worry about this changing heat as you're working along on your project. And my favorite iron is this one here. It is the Hakko FX601. I'm a big fan of Hakko, and I think this is the best iron for stained glass work. So with this iron, you have the temperature control right on the handle. There is no rheostat or anything else that you need to buy on top of that, and it heats up quickly, stays hot consistently the whole time, which is very, very important. Overall, I think it gives you more confidence in your soldering, and so you can focus on getting those clean bead lines. Now, from the very beginning when I started, I had the $5 glass cutter, the cheapest glass cutter available basically, and I made a lot of projects with it actually. Lots of feathers, the spider web, the moon, and even one of my all-time favorite piece to date, the Sri Yantra Dream Catcher. So you can make great projects with the cheaper cutter, but once you try a nice cutter, you'll probably never go back. My pick is the Toyo Glass Cutter. Really, any Toyo you get will be a great upgrade to the standard cutter. I like the pencil style in the brass and also the custom grip. Toyos are made with the strong carbide blade, so the sharpness of the blade will last longer. So people don't change these that often. They'll last 10, 20, 30 years, depending on your use. I like the swivel head and the dampening spring that most of these models come with. And also the oil chamber is pretty nice to have, where it feeds the oil down into the blade. You'll notice a big change in your cutting style, the way that you handle pressure into the glass, how easy it is to score the glass. You'll get cleaner breaks with them. That's just one less thing to worry about. Now you're probably thinking, do I need to upgrade these things right away if you're just starting out? And the answer is no. You can go at your own pace. Start however you can. You can do these upgrades as you get more comfortable with the craft and doing the work. These upgrades aren't cheap. They can add up. You can still make amazing stained glass projects with the standard tools. So go at your own pace and upgrade as you go. And that's my recommendation, and that's the same path that I took. Now for the tools that I still use from my very first purchase, it's been like 4 years now. I still have my original running pliers and my grozing pliers, so I don't see the need to upgrade these at all. These are basic standard tools. There's really not anything wrong with them right now. It looks the same as when I first purchased it. Rusty, but still works perfectly. One thing on these tools, don't get flux on them, get rusty, so just avoid flux and they should look like new. So these won't wear out anytime soon, and they'll last a very long time. Now the grozing pliers though have these teeth that get worn down from chomping up the glass, breaking up the glass sometimes. So the teeth has gone down a bit from that, and I will probably replace it, but again, this one's been with me for 4 years, and I'm still using it right now. And they're not that much to replace, probably about 10 bucks or less. Now for the 3 upgrades, the Toyo will cost you about $25 to $35 depending on the model that you choose. A little bit of jump to get a better cutter, but it'll be worth it. The Hakko FX601 is going to cost you between $85 to $95, $100 plus. The prices have steadily moved up. It's going to be a little bit more of an investment, so a little bit more to consider. Of course, the biggest upgrade is the glass grinder at about $125 for an Inland Craft grinder, one of their starter models with our discount. So considerably a lot more to think about. If you're considering getting a glass grinder, I made this video right here that could help you decide whether or not you should invest in one of these. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.